They hate you, Aidan. You're an Angels fan. You deserve to be hated.
Good morning, Trojans. Today's date is March 29th, and it is a V-Day.
Your quote of the day today comes from the philosopher Voltaire. Perfection is attained by slow degrees. It requires the hand of time.
And now we go to sports with Griffin Epstein.
Touchdown, Trojans! A perfect moment of brilliance. Thanks, guys. The varsity baseball team faced crosstown rival Casa Grande in the Constellation semifinal yesterday at the prestigious Boris Invitational at Sacramento State. The Trojans fell behind early 2-0, but a huge 5-run second inning led by the bats of Garrett Lewis and Sam Brown put the Trojans ahead. Then sophomore Sam Brown was once again the star, pitching a remarkable 4 one-hit innings in emergency relief, shutting down the Gauchos. The Trojans' 7-2 victory and their first over Casa in 3 years moves them on to the Constellation Championship today against San Benito at 1. The varsity softball team yesterday faced El Molino and crushed the Lions 13-1 to go to 3-0 in SCL. Annika Schmid led another Trojan beatdown with 3 RBIs. Meanwhile, our varsity boys golf team had an impressive 227-282 victory over Healdsburg, with all 5 golfers finishing under 50 shots, led by Whitaker Ellis. The undefeated Trojans head to Chief League challenger Sonoma today in the Dragon's Den. Meanwhile, the varsity girls lacrosse team faced rival Casa at Ellison Field, but could not snap its 3-game losing streak, falling 12-9. We talk with senior leader Juliana Roper after the game. Here with Juliana Roper, the Trojans fall 12-9 to Casa tonight. It was a tight back-and-forth game, but you guys just weren't able to score in those last couple minutes. What was the issues there?
We kind of went into the game with kind of some negative energy, and that reflected on the field. And when we finally started getting some goals, it was like a back and forth with the energy, so it was a little rough, but we pushed through at the end. Even though we fell short on the score, we finished a really strong game.
You guys had a really strong start to the season, 3 straight wins to start. Now you have 3 straight losses. How do you guys you talked about that mindset, how do you guys turn that mindset around and be more positive?
We just keep looking forward. We don't focus too much on the past mistakes we made, and we just try and think of what we can do to improve our game.
And you're one of the many seniors on this experienced team. How are you guys using your leadership to help lead this team with high expectations?
Well, we know how some of the other players on the other teams play, I guess, and we're using that, and we're kind of applying it to the new players, like, oh, this player can mark up on this one. She's a strong defender, and this one's a strong attack person. You can take her, and stuff like that.
The JV girls lax team tied Casa 7-7. The excitement was at Casa Grande last night, where the varsity boys lacrosse team pulled out a remarkable victory over the Gauchos. It was a back-and-forth affair, and Ian Lynch scored the game winner in the final minutes. And then Zach Shear, the Trojans goalkeeper, made a remarkable save in the closing seconds to slay the Gauchos for the first time in 2 years. The team remains undefeated in MBL and is now alone in first place. Today, the boys' tennis team faces Healdsburg. The swim team and badminton teams are also home against Pioneer. That's all for sports. Let's head back to Kameron and Napua.
Thanks, Griffin. Attention all girls. If you're interested in playing powder puff football, come to an informational meeting next Tuesday in D1 at lunch.
Sophomores, if you are planning on taking AP Language and Composition next year, please attend the entrance exam on either Monday, April 2nd or Thursday, April 5th from 3:15 to 4:15 in room C1.
Any juniors planning on taking AP Literature next year, please attend the entrance exam session on either Monday, April 2nd or Thursday, April 5th from 3:15 to 4:15 in room C1.
Hey HOSA members, today is your official meeting for March. Come hear about how to become a HOSA officer for next year. Also, come discuss the next steps for creating a safe school environment. All are welcome.
And Circle of Friends meets today at lunch in E1. Come make some new friends.
The Petaluma High School Environmental Club invites you to Walki for Guayaki this Friday, March 30th. This is a day for students to pick a green way to get to school in the morning. This includes walking, biking, carpool, taking a bus, or anything that reduces car ridership and the number of vehicles on the road. Every mile saves 0.9 pounds of CO2 from being emitted. There are treats and prizes for you if you take a picture on your route and show it to the Environmental Club, who will set up a table in front of the school. If the name Walki for Guayaki didn't give it away, there may be some yerba mate involved. Also, if you are the one driving, have a passenger take the photograph.
Trojan Live plans on doing an investigation into senior motivational issues coming out next week. To keep seniors motivated, Trojan Live wants to remind you that graduation is coming up on June 2nd. Keep your grades up and get that diploma.
And now for another teacher feature. Miss Yanis is a physical science and anatomy teacher. She didn't always want to be a science teacher, but wanted to be a veterinarian instead. It wasn't until the chemistry part of being a vet that she decided to be a teacher. Miss Yanis said that if she wasn't a science teacher, she would teach human interaction. She would want to teach about the human emotion and their interactions and anything in that subject. One of our members at Trojan Live asked Miss Yanis what is the coolest thing that she had ever seen while teaching. She said it's when an individual student all of a sudden understands what is being taught when the neurons click in their brain. We asked Miss Yanis if she does any science activities outside of the teaching industry. She said she doesn't because she doesn't want to devote her life to her career. She wants to be known as more than the science teacher. Despite of wary of saying this, we are glad she did because now we can safely say she is more than just the science teacher. Ms. Yanis said that if she wasn't a teacher, she would also want to be a sociologist, neurologist, and psychologist all in one. Thank you, Ms. Yanis, for the wonderful interview.
All right, that is all for today. Tune in tomorrow and
make it a great day.